Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life. A Slice of Life. Well, it's Friday night, and I don't know about you, but I'm still full from yesterday. Oh my gosh. Did we have a spread? Thank God, thank God, thank God. We were blessed to have a spread. My daughter, Reverend Evelyn Sanders Swafford, her husband and presiding elder, Reverend Raymond Swafford, and his sister from Chicago, Janet Swafford, they did all the cooking. You want to know what I did? Okay. I worked on the show. Yes, you're watching A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Now, I normally had a book where I'm talking about getting older without getting old. I didn't have that with me. If you remember on Tuesday, we had a funeral. We had to bury my son-in-law's oldest son. So I just didn't bring all my things. I just couldn't. So, but why we're here. We are all about getting older, but baby, we don't get old. So Thanksgiving was great. And I did a Thanksgiving show because I reminded you, whether you're with somebody, by yourself, you still had time to do what we're doing. What are we doing? We are discovering. Remember, we're discovering, we are planning, and we are acting. So we done discovery already. When you discover when you're doing a lawyer, you discover those you discover. So in this case, we're discovering what matters most. Remember, we talked about on last Friday, 1 week ago, what matters most. What matters most. So you discover what matters most to you, and you work through the have and the do and to be. And so we worked on that. You can go back and look at the show. And then we went from discovery to a plan of action. What's the plan of action do you have? Did you come up with a plan? And so now we on the act part, which is synonymous with implement. How are we going to implement? We talked about some things yesterday. And I've carried over for a couple of days of this Discover Plan Act program. But one of the things I carried over was that you're not starting from scratch. See, some of you say, I'm starting from scratch. Baby, you're not starting from scratch. You already, you had some experience. And you got experience. It's not scratch, you have experience. So because you do have experience, you're not starting from scratch, you have something to stand on. You see? And so as you work through your implementation, as you work through the act, if you work through the things that matter the most to you, that matters the most to you is what you need to be working on right now, especially before January 20th. I got a January 20th illness, maybe you could say. But I'm just wanting, whatever happens on January 20th, I need for you to already have a plan for you, your life, your family, where you're going with what you're doing. Because life still goes on. We still have things to do. God has a purpose for you. And part of your purpose is to get that done and connect with other people so we can all get God's purpose, which is kingdom in heaven. It's the same kingdom on earth. You see, and we're not doing a good job with the kingdom on earth. I don't know what this is we're doing here, but anyway, I digress. The other thing we talked about on the last couple of days, I want to make sure I repeat on Friday, is if the only person who believes in you, if the only person who believes in you is you, that's enough. I don't know why I felt like I need to say that today. I've said it 2 days, but there's somebody watching today that needs to hear that. If the only person who believes in you is you, then that's enough. Who is it that needs to hear that? I don't know who you are, but whomever you are, you're out there struggling with believing to do something that came to you over the holiday period. And now you're confused. Now you're confused on what you should do. Who am I talking to out there? Raise your hand. I'm talking to somebody. Let me slow my own roll right here. Someone on the other side of the screen is struggling with whatever came to you over the holiday, and you're the only person who believes in it. But it has been said that if you're the only person who believes in you, then that's enough. You don't have to go out and get no more people. You heard that voice? God spoke in your ear. He doesn't speak in your ear unless you need to go ahead and do it. If he gives you a vision, the provisions are there. Just keep going. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. But the provisions are there. So if he gave you a vision, then you are at the end part of where we started last Friday. Where we started on last Friday. We started on getting our vision, getting our discovery. We worked out our plan, and now we're implementing. Baby, it's the end of the year. First, I don't know a company or a corporation that's going to talk to you right now. They're busy getting the end of the year. If you didn't get them in October when they were closing out the end of the year budgets and the end of money that was left over, you didn't get them in October, you can hang it up now. It's all about the holidays. It's all about the holidays and fun and you know, making last minute deals, I guess, but it's all at dinners and luncheons and parties and company parties here and company vacations. You can hang it up. And that's a good thing, because this is the time. This is the time for you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this is the time for you to get it all together in a package. It's time to get the 2025 packages together right now. We have discovered, we have planned, and now it's implementation. We need to get the 2025 packages ready so we can implement January 1, first quarter, 2025. We should come out the gate. Now, if you want to wait till January 20th to come out the gate, I'm saying have the package ready. And if you have to tweak it, that's one thing. But they have to come up with something. That's a whole, that take a minute. We may not have a minute. We may not even want to have a minute. I'm saying to you to let's get the package together now. Let's get that package together now. All right? Whatever it is. I don't know who I'm talking to. Sometimes I'm talking to people. I asked God before I came on here tonight. I said, I'm late getting on tonight. I said, well, tell me what am I supposed to be saying tonight? Because I'm talking about implementation, but it didn't feel like that. You know, but I don't know. It's somebody that heard something over the holiday that is struggling with it. Baby, let me say it again to you. To you out there. If you're the only one that believes in you, then that's enough. Because we all know, as long as I've been doing this show, 700 shows, what goes on here controls what goes on everywhere. And if you got it up here, it'll take care of all of that out here. But don't get it from up here. Don't have it wishy-washy up here, because it'll be wishy-washy out there. If you believe in you, whatever that is, then that's all you need. Let's get on it, doggone it. There's a commitment when it comes to the action. You know, we got our discovery, and we have our plan. I think we talked about the priorities yesterday. When we started talking about implementation, we talked about what was number one, what was vital. We had 3 levels. What was vital? What was you had to do it. It was vital. It had to be done. It was no joke. And then we had you know, and then maybe it didn't have to be done, but it was important. And then we had optional for number 3. So it was vital. You had to do it. It was important. It's going to get done. Oh, yeah. And then you had optional. If you had options, then you would do that. I'm saying you got to get all this together, people. My job is to share what God tells me with you. Because once January 20th come, then I'm going to be talking about more and more expanding of what we're doing as we get older, but not getting old. We cannot. You can, how many times have I told you? Your retirement is a summation of your work. It is not a summation of your life, baby. Retirement, that doesn't mean that's the summation of your work. Okay, I retired. Put a bow on that. Put it on a shelf. Clean off everything. But then turn your body this way and look forward, baby. Because we're talking about life at this point. You still have life. I've been retired from Delta since 94. We on 24. Come on, add it up. I wasn't a math major. And I can look back on it and thank God for every day I left. I left at age 52. I am 82. I left at 52. I said, I gotta go. I had degrees. I was an educated woman. And my daughter had finished Northwestern. That was all I needed. I wanted her to out of Northwestern. And we would figure out the rest of it. And it's been an up and down, but that's life. It's been difficult, but that's life. I didn't throw my hands in the air on one cancer, on every cancer, and I've had 3 times. And you all have let me do 700 shows with no teeth. No teeth and some kind of hair under here. I promised I was going to get my hair out, but I just don't like it right now. My little hair had left. I did take my wig off twice, maybe once, twice. You can look back and see. I just don't want to do it. Sometimes it weighs down on me. It weighs down on me sometimes about the cancer too. You see. And how did I get where I am? Because I discovered, I planned, and I acted. I got my music out, my work out. I have some work I'm working on now. I'm committed. You got to be committed to the action plan. Whatever the act is, you have to be committed. And you got to look at every day, what have I done up to this point in your action plan? You just can't. You got to be committed. In the commitment, you got what's vital, what's important, what's optional, the commitment to 1, 2, and 3, the commitment to look back every day at what you've done, the commitment to keep up with your action, a commitment to what you're going to do next, and a commitment basically to the plan. Now, we know that the best laid plan is not always it's going to work, but you got to start somewhere. You got to make sure your man do something. And there should be some deliverables on your own plan. There should be something you can measure on your own plan. I can say, well, Georgianne, what can you measure? Well, look, I can go to YouTube any day. I can go to Amazon.com. I can look up my music. I can see 6 or 7 songs by me. Now, you said, but they're not #1 songs. Not yet. Right person ain't found them yet. The right person hasn't decided that when she gets some teeth, she gonna get out here and sing these songs. Okay? That doesn't mean that the songs are not #1. They're #1 with me. What does it say? If I'm the only person that believes in me, that's enough. I go to Amazon.com. I put my name in. I look at my 6 or 7 songs. And I said, girl, look what God did. And I play them. It's all right. That's a measurable. That's an end product. I still have to redo my Guide to the Second Time Bride book. But I got it out there. The movies on pbs.org. I have 7 sites I can go click on. I got a museum, museumatlanta.org. I have a book called Who Lived Here, Where Did They Go? That worried me for years. Some steps on Auburn, on Northside Drive. I'm just saying, I have some deliverables. And I can thank God for just keeping me on the path. You said, you're not a this, you're not a that. I am a this and I am a that. If nobody's looking at it to me, what did the Axiom say? That's enough. You give God the glory. That's what I'm trying to get to you, all of you. You give God the glory. This whole week, we have discovered, right? We have planned, correct? And we are now implementing. We're going to get all them folders together. While you out shopping, you come in from shopping, and you, are you, what's the word? Are you paying for your own oppression and your own suppression by shopping with people who sent money to, I don't know, to candidates that did not support you or your family's needs? Are you paying for your own oppression and your own suppression by still shopping with some people? The list is out there for all the Democratic and the Republican. I don't know where you stand, but people know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I shouldn't digress like that. I just wanted to get it out there. That when this whole month, this whole month of December, if it's preparation for the birth, but a preparation of your birth, a preparation of your rebirth, a preparation of your birth, of your rebirth. It's all about renewing a spirit, a new life. Jesus coming to earth. God is sending a message through the baby. Then what about you and your stuff? What about your rebirth? What about presenting on December 25th? Since that is the economic day that was decided that Jesus was born, which we all know that that's not the correct date. But let's go along with it. If December 25th is the day that they want to say you want to give gifts to your family that you love, what is the gift you're giving yourself for your life starting in 2025? Are you going to give yourself a portfolio, a folder, or you all don't do paper anymore like I do? But do you have something that's all ready? This is what I'm going to do. Your plan, everything lined up. So when 2025 comes, you just push a button. On Christmas Day, you push a button. See, let me tell you, it's my fault for this. I'm gonna take my own. I'm gonna tell my own story. 2024 last year, I did a song called "It's Christmas." It's 2025 this year. I kept it on the back burner. Kept it on the back burner. So I let some people hear it. This is November of 2025. Like, wow, that's a great song. Now, at 2025, how am I getting the song out now in December of 2025? Really, Georgianne? When that's something you should have been doing in January of 2024 to make sure your song was ready by Christmas time of 2025. That's my fault. I can't put that on anybody but me. I discovered it. I had a plan for it, but I didn't act on it. Don't do like I do. I always say don't do like Georgianne does sometimes. Do like I say do. And I need to let you know I'm guilty my own self sometimes. But what I want for you is, I want the best for you. Which is why I do this show, A Slice of Life. Because you're people of a certain age. You carry yourself in a certain way. All over TikTok, they talk about our beautiful 50. I was fine at 50, fine at 60. Not too bad at 70, and ain't doing too bad at 80. Because we look good, feel good, and smell good. This is the new black woman, the new black man, the new black peoples with an S on it. Okay? You're getting older, but we're not getting old. We're still in this game. And I need you to be prepared for 2025. So between now and the end of the year, that's what we're going to talk about. What we're doing with all of it, all of our lives. Our physical self, our love life, our spiritual self, our economic self. What are we getting ready? We got to get ready for 2025. In the meantime, I appreciate you to no end for staying with me through this little course, because I normally speak from just Georgianne. I don't have an outline. But the Lord led me to give you something that would be effective to help you get to the next stage See, whatever you are, that's not where you're supposed to be. I know I'm talking to some people who are not where they're supposed to be. And why aren't you there? Because you didn't believe the only person that believed in you was enough. You want to go get some folk over here and some folk over here and some people back there and some studs and some foolish folk over here. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You got the people you need. You got you and the Lord. And you got to get out there. You got to put your nose to the ground. Georgianne puts her nose to the ground. I put my nose to the ground, and I'm glad when I come up for air, whew, but it's always when I come up for air, it's something good waiting for me right there. Just be like, he looked like he just handed it to me. He like said, you were good. Here, let me give you this. Let me give you that. Let me give you this. It just comes. I don't ask for it. I don't have to ask for it. I just stay on what the Lord tell me to do. I just stay on that. I stay on that. I don't get off of that. I'm just asking you to do the same thing. I want you to have a great weekend. You know, I don't work on the weekend unless it's something spectacular happens, then I'll come back. But I use my weekend to show up, find, research, and stay gravitropic. I have to stay gravitropic. I'm not done yet. I like Myron Golden. Myron Golden got however many people, subscribers. I wish I had more subscribers, more people liked what I said, more people supported me, more people told people. There was just a movement to help me get at least 1,000 subscribers, but I'll take you one by one. I'm very glad that you subscribe. Thank you. I want you to have a great weekend, because Georgianne always has a great weekend, because I have a book in my hand every weekend. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.